David Can here. We're looking at section 5.2, investigating combinations of resistors in parallel and series circuits. In this question we have three identical heaters providing power P when connected separately to a supply S. So that's a heating coil, that's a heating coil, that's a heating coil. If I connect up any one of them to supply S, I'll get power P. On the diagram below, complete the circuit by drawing two switches so that the power provided by the heaters can be either P or 2P or 3P power. So I want to be able to get the power from one heater or two heaters or three heaters using only two switches. Well, here's the idea behind what's happening here. Power is equal to V squared on R. So if I have one resistor, that gives me P1 power. But if I combine two resistors in parallel, then that resistance goes down by half because they're equivalent resistors. Equivalent resistors in parallel have an equivalent resistance of half. So if I put two resistors together, I get half R. And dividing by a half is the same as multiplying by 2. So if I put two of these in parallel, I'm going to get twice the power out. If I put three resistors in parallel, then the net resistance is a third of the resistance of any one of the equivalent resistors. So if I have 1/3 the resistance, that's the same as multiplying by 3. So what I'm going to want to be able to do to get either P, 2P, or 3P power out is connect this circuit in such a way using two switches that I can have one or two or three elements connected in parallel. Here's how I'll do it. First, I'll connect all three to one node here, and we'll start with getting one switch in to control one heater. By turning this switch on, I get one heater, and that's P power. Next, I'll try and put two together in parallel, like this. By closing this switch, I can get two heaters in parallel to supply me twice as much power. So how do I get three? Well, if I close both switches at the same time, then I have two in parallel plus a third in parallel. That's three heaters in parallel, and I'll get 3P power out. The nice thing about this design is that I could open both switches and turn my heater off.